প্রিয় দর্শক, সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি। আমি সুলতানা রহমান। দেখছেন কানেক্টিং কমিউনিটি। আমরা জানি একটা ইমিগ্রেন্ট কমিউনিটি হিসেবে আমাদের সবচেয়ে বেশি জানার আগ্রহ থাকে ইমিগ্রেশন সংক্রান্ত আইন কানুন নিয়ে, এবং এই বিষয়ে আমার সঙ্গে আজকে অতিথি হিসেবে রয়েছেন বাংলাদেশি কমিউনিটিতে অত্যন্ত জনপ্রিয় এবং দীর্ঘদিন ধরে তিনি আমাদের কমিউনিটির জন্য কাজ করছেন, আইনি লড়াই করছেন এবং ইমিগ্রেশন ইস্যুস গুলো প্রসেস করছেন। তিনি দিল্লি রাজ ভট্টা, ভট্টা অ্যান্ড ভট্টা তার কোম্পানির নাম। Mr. Diliraj Bhatta, welcome to our show Connecting Community. I know you are very popular in our community. What makes you different in our community? What do you think?
Well, I don't know. You tell me, why am I so different in your community? Maybe I have helped a lot of people.
Oh, I meet lots of people. They always tell about you. You visited Bangladesh. I was your client too.
Yeah.
And so now you are very popular in Bangladeshi community here in USA and of course in Bangladesh too. What is your specialty? So far I know that you are expert on investment category, on EP1. What you are more comfortable? What side you are more comfortable?
We have a full law firm. We do everything from bond, detention, court, USCIS, employment, uh, temporary visas, film, movie, concerts, all immigration related work we do, including BIA, circuit court. We have one cases from up there too. So yes, we are a full immigration law firm. We have clients on everything, including VAWA to removal to family sponsoring to employment sponsoring to removal proceeding to pretty much everything. So yes, the reason I think probably people know me more is because we have been working with and helping a lot of community people for many, many, many years. And we have, thank God, so far we have been successful most of the time.
Mr. Bhatta, yeah, you know, right now Bangladesh has political turmoil, and every day many people call me from Bangladesh and from here how they can come in USA and can make their home in USA.
Let me tell you why. I also am very familiar with the Bangladesh situation before and now, and a lot of changes are happening. And I am also getting a lot of calls from Bangladesh, from outside, who are already outside of Bangladesh, from Europe, Canada, Mexico, USA, a lot of calls. And each case is different. We try to find some kind of solution for them in the United States as a client. If anyone comes to me, it's my goal to help them. So yes, we have been helping for last 10, 15 years. So it's no different than what we did in the past. We will do the same. And yes, people are contacting us. And anytime we find solution, we have been helping them.
Yeah, the asylum case, every case has different perspective. I know that, but in generally, can you tell us that what kind of documents generally people need to file an asylum case?
Well, legally speaking, you don't actually need a document. Legally speaking, as long as you have problem, either past problem or future problem, you can prove. Sometimes a testimony alone can be enough. Your statement can be enough. But to go one two step further, whatever you can collect to show that you have a legitimate and credible threats to your life, liberty, properties, if you were to return back to your home country. That applies to all these countries. So you see sometimes U.S. citizens also seeking asylum somewhere else. You have seen that, Snowden and all these people. So this asylum rule has been the same. Convention against torture has been the same. Yes, there are some discretion. Some judges, officers happen to use differently, but the rule is the same. They just need to prove overall why and how, where, when they had problem. and will have problem. Based on that, your asylum claim is there. It has to be legitimate and genuine, of course.
Yeah, sure, it has to be genuine. But you told that only one testimony can be, okay for asylum
Correct.
approval.
Correct. Correct. Because
First, for this, yeah.
correct. One testimony can be enough, but sometimes what happens is you see government has U.S. government brings out report on every country every year. It's called the Human Rights Report, Department of States. That shows overall country's human right condition. That helps. There are news articles that can help to support claim. Of course, they have to align with the claim, and there are your past activities, your role, your relationship, your activities, your family situation. It's all of these things, overall play a huge role in terms of what you are claiming, why. Remember, at the end of the day, even if you were an officer, you have to believe what the person is saying. If you believe, if the person meets the legal requirement based on 5 6 points that one has been prosecuted or likely to be prosecuted in their country for the future harm, then that person legally meet statutory requirement. After that, just to show credibility, it has to have, so that they want to avoid it's fake, it's not genuine kind of thing. So you have to prove exactly what happened to you and what could happen to you. Each case is different, like you said.
Almost some people fleeing with empty hand. They don't have even passport. They are trying to go to neighboring countries or some other places. So how they can file asylum here? They have to come here in USA territory, or they can file asylum from some other countries.
Well, stay in Mexico rule applied since last time, and what you have. You asked a couple of questions in there. Of course, you people come through the border all the time, from South America, from India, Bangladesh, all these countries. I see that we have helped people who were detained, but now the regulation requires that you come through, you wait in line, log in your application through the app system, and you stay in line because there are limitations set since last year. So Biden administration. That's why you see there's a huge reduction in entry of people. So you enter through that. After you enter, that's the entry related only. After you enter, you do have to get some documents. You have to establish your identity. You can't say I am this and that, but there has to some kind of either birth certificate, some kind of a passport, some identity. You can bring it back later. You don't have to bring it now. You don't. You can't. So you can request it from some people. There must be some kind of identity establishment. After that, country condition, you have to tell your statement, the problem you have had. As I said before, a statement alone can be enough, but anything else compelling related to that statement, any evidence, any supporting documents, any affidavit, any other witnesses, any news articles, any other evidence can help.
Yeah. And another thing, when media is suppressed, they cannot show the proof of reports. News clipping is an important part of asylum case, so far I know. And they cannot bring their documents with them. Then is there any other option? Just physically they are here, still
Oh,
they
they
can
have
be
to.
served.
Yes, of course. As I said, a statement alone can be enough. And government knows that. Judges know that. Officers know that. Not every crime, not every operation will be reported in news. That happens in every country. So they know this. That's why State Department report shows every year what's happened, what doesn't happen. Again, every case is different. Every problem is different. So what happened to them is completely different than what happens to other people. So that's what it is. Statement itself, credible, should be enough. But anything you add to that could be witness. If you know the general conditions, it could be extra expert witness, could be medical. If let's say you have been psychologically, example, you have been psychologically impacted for so long. If you have been seeing psychiatric here in this country, that could be used. There are so many things. Each case is different. Each
Yeah.
client is different. So yeah, they have different requirements.
Yeah, those who are maybe some people are in Nepal, in India, maybe in Thailand or other countries. They can, can they file asylum case for USA from that country?
No. Those would fall under refugee, but if they fall under that category. However, if some people are stuck in Mexico, for example, coming through the border, they do have to register through the app, and then they have to wait for line. And once they get in on the app line, because then they will be let in by the government and maybe even paroled at some point.
Okay, at least they have to come to the Mexico border. I understand that. And asylum case takes long time, 8, 9, 10
Yeah.
years. Why it is so long?
The reason is it takes long is there is not enough, because there are so many cases. During pandemic, everything was shut down, backlog, not having enough officers and judges, and seekers are just numbers of seekers are higher. That's why it's been slowed down. So I think it's expected to go a little faster now.
Mr. Bhattu, thank you so much. Having you with me is really great, and I know many people will get their help from you. And what is your advice for the asylum seekers?
Well, they have their claim. Just follow the rules, show up at the interview, present your case, let the officer and the judge decide what happens. So first of all, if you don't have any representation, find a representation. They will guide you what you need. They will review your file. It's very important. Any state you are in, you can be in any state, but make sure you have some kind of representation there. That way, they will guide you. They will tell you each case is different. I can't tell you what you should do and what you shouldn't do, or also depending on what your case is at. Maybe the USCIS asylum office, or maybe with the court, maybe with the BIA, maybe the circuit court. So it all depends on where it is at this point.
Okay, I have your phone number and your email address, but I want you mention your phone number and email address so that our viewer and those who wants to contact you, they can get you, they can reach you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I am here in Midtown near Macy's in Manhattan. Our number is 212-729-9715. If you want to speak with one of our attorneys, including me, or that we have other attorneys as well, please schedule a meeting, and we would be happy to speak with you briefly. No problem at all.
Mr. Diliraj Bhatta, thank you so much. You are a very trusted friend of Bangladeshi community. I appreciate you and your service and your team for serving our community. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I thank you for getting engaged with the community and continuing to do what you did in Bangladesh. It's good to see you here doing all that work.
Yeah, thank you so much. And there is a contribution from your side too, because you helped me all the way here to file my case and to get my green card, everything, and it was so awesome. Thank you so much. Me personally grateful to you, and I know many of my friends became your client. Anyway, thank you so much, Mr.
Thank you.
Bhatta. See you again. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
দর্শক, এই ছিল আমাদের আজকের আয়োজনে। আমরা নিয়মিত চেষ্টা করব ইমিগ্রেশন সংক্রান্ত বিষয়ে আপনাদেরকে বিভিন্ন রকম ইনফরমেশন দেওয়ার, আমেরিকায় আসার যে সমস্ত উপায় রয়েছে, যে সমস্ত বৈধ পথ রয়েছে, সেগুলো আমি আপনাদের সামনে হাজির করার চেষ্টা করব, এবং নিয়মিত আপনারা আমাদের সঙ্গে থাকবেন এই প্রত্যাশা রাখছি। সবাই ভালো থাকুন।